Hello, 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 Scorpios. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. So I'm Patty. For those of you that are brand new and are popping in, checking out my channel, I'm an empath that does intuitive tarot as well as intuitive coaching. Coaching is sort of like intuitive coaching, sort of like divine counseling, but I'm not a counselor. I am a coach. It's a lot of intuitiveness that goes into it, messages, downloads, and things for your personal. So if you want a one-on-one and or a personal reading, I do those. Just look down below. But this reading, Scorpios, I'm actually doing yours early because last time you guys ended up really late. I was a little frazzled from the full moon, totally scattered. I just really was surprised I couldn't get that reading just going. So we're going to do you guys a little bit early this time. So I felt it in all fairness for you guys to do that. So we're doing the reading for December 7th through the 13th. So let's get started. So for those of you that are brand new, I am pulling two oracles, one for the energies for this week and one's be going to go towards future energies for the next week and see. It is dependent on you how those energies turn out, only because of the decisions that you make in the week and how you make them can change that energy completely. So let's get seeing what those two energies are about. Really? Wow. So who did I just do? I just did cancers. And interesting enough, they had the same second card. Wow, interesting. And this is going to be even more interesting. So the first card out for this week, for the 7th through the 13th, is going to be Storm Fields. And that is also the number 9. So very intense. Some things are going to be very intense, which would be normal for what the planets are doing and saying in the moon. But this is probably going to be intense until the 21st. I keep saying the 21st because we've got 3 planets lining up for the first time in 300 years. So and they're not going to line up again for another 300 years, 300 some years. So this is going to be a real intense time. It's also a real purging time, a real growing time. So the 9 is all about intensity. So when we look at that, though, we have to sort of see, I'm going to sort of show you, if you look in the path really closely, that there is a little flower growing in the middle of the storm. So something is growing, something new, something fresh, something exciting is growing from that. What's interesting is, since Cancer just had this, and you guys have it for the second card out, is the home. That is also the number 9. So there is a lot of intensity going on, not only and now the home also being, like I told Cancers, could be a physical home, but it could most likely be your home inside your vehicle, yourself, your head, your thought process, how you're doing things, how you're getting your ducks in a row. Is everything working? If it's not working, how to change that, how to make things happen differently. This is all about your thinking process, your mental process, your spirit process, and how it's working on your body, that kind of a thing. So, but let's focus in on these energies this week. So the storm fields is like something's going on this week. Now, whether that storm is just coming in, you're already in it, or you're getting ready to go out of it, that is, I don't know, that's in your journey and what's going on with that. But just know, don't be afraid of storms, because, and I say storms, it could be struggles, it could be anything that's causing a disruption in your life. Thank you. So that's what they're talking about. It's something that is COVID is very disruptive in all of our lives. Closing the stores is very disruptive to the business owners or ourselves, as far as for the needs, being out of toilet paper. That's very destructive to disruptive to our balance. So this is what it means, is that's sort of like what the storm is. Imagining a boat on a water in the middle of the storm kind of thing, but then it begins to calm down. It will calm down at some point. So you have to know that. And wow, this is So you guys have the 10 of Cups starting out as your first card. The Cancers had it as their second. Interesting. Interesting. You're almost like sister, brother, side by side kind of thing going on today. So, but yeah, so just know that we're always either going in a storm, or coming out of one. So it doesn't matter. And you could be out of the storm for a very short time. You could be out of the storm for a long time. It just depends on the lesson that you learned in the storm. Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's see what we've got coming up for Scorpio. Hopefully this reading won't be so scattered for you guys. I felt really bad last week, but I said I can't do another reading like that. I just couldn't. My energies were all over the place. All right, so let's see what we've got more. We're going. So the Ten of Cups, by the way, is a really good card. It's a completion card. It's something that has finally finished, something that has ended, but it has ended on a very good note. It's ended with all the things that were supposed to have happened. So it's a very joyous, happy, like an accomplishment. Yes, I did it, kind of a thing that's coming up. Yeah, definitely. Then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is very strong with this because Nine of Pentacles gives stability. Nine of Pentacles says that you have done it. You have accomplished again. You are almost there. It's the number 9. It's very intense. It's almost finished where we already have it finished. So there's a lot of finalizing of things. But also, too, with the Nine of Pentacles is about the harvest is there. So you've learned the lesson on how to make something happen. And that now it might have to be plant the seed to do that kind of a thing. But the stability is there. That's the real key to that. So we have the Six of Cups. A lot of cups, I have a feeling, are going to show up here. So the cups are all about, the Six of Cups is about somebody coming together that has a very familiar kind of thing together. Usually it's an older energy, like as far as you've known each other, either in past lives or now, or you've just, recently caught up again, but maybe you've known each other for years. But this energy is really a good energy combining together. So it's almost like a twin flame kind of a thing that you meld together like a hand in a glove, kind of thing. Oh dear. So, okay. So we've got somebody losing some sleep though. And that would be because of this storm. So this is just like somebody is thinking on the problem. Somebody is thinking on the storm, the struggle, rather than releasing it to the energies, to the universe or divine, whoever you believe in, and then you're not allowing them to work. So you're trying to do it all yourself. How's that working? But the thing is, with that, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. But the thing here with that is you're worrying about it, losing sleep about it, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like people who think that they can control things outside of themselves. That's where they get all their stress and everything from. You can't control it. You can't control it. You can't do anything about unless it is you and your doing, your choice, the way that you act, the way that you speak, the way that you handle yourself, the way that you do. You can't do that. So if it's affecting you, you need to ask yourself, why is it affecting me in this way? If I can't control it, why is it affecting me in this way? I'll give you a hypothetical. Everybody in the pandemic, there's so many people out of a job. Okay, we're out of a job, but we know that if you believe in the divine's going to take care of you. So let him take care of you. He will come through if you believe in it. Because the more you stress about, I don't have a job, I'm not making money, I don't know what to do, I don't know how it's going to happen. You're trying to do earth. You're thinking earth. And this is what we're talking about. Your storm is, if you're thinking that way, you're thinking in the earth process, and the earth is about you trying to create the solution when the divine might have you ready to go into something else. And everything happens for a reason. Definitely happens for a reason. You know, I know firsthand, lost my job in May. I've been busier than I've ever been in my lifetime. And I could have sat there and woe is me. And I went almost 7 months, no money, no income, nothing. But I had to stay faithful. I had to stay strong. I had to stay obedient. I had to stay that way because I knew at the end of the day, the divine would always have my back. And let me tell you, when he came through beyond what I ever, ever, ever imagined. Ever imagined. It doesn't blow my mind, but I thank him for being so kind and merciful. All right. So this is the thing: is you can lose sleep, and in fact, my daughter was like, "How can you sleep? How do you do it? I'm asleep in 5 minutes. Doesn't matter what kind of storm I'm in." And that's faith. That's being really strong in faith to know that the divine's got you, no matter what. It's got you. That's a very comforting feeling. This is where I want you guys to be. This is where I would love for you guys to be. All right. So we have the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Sun. See, it's gonna turn around. It's coming. It's coming. So we have the Queen of Wands and the Sun. Now the Queen of Wands is about articulation. It is about knowing what to say. She's also about trying new things here and there. She's also about going around to check and see if this is really what she wants to do. And it doesn't have to be a she. It's just I'm feeling a female energy here. It also she knows herself. She knows what it's going to be, what herself is. She knows what she wants to do, where she wants to be, where she wants to go. She just is in a storm. There's a learning lesson in this storm. And at the end of the storm is the Sun. Now, and what happens is when this is all done and over, whatever lesson you're learning at this point in time, when this is all done and over with, the Sun is about being transparent. I call it hot, humble, open, and transparent, because you have nothing more to hide. You've done your due diligence. It's a fresh new energy. It's very light. It's playful. Let's go do this. It's a very joyous energy. It's not a happy energy. It's joyous. Very different energy. Happy is all circumstantial and outside. This is very joyful. This is something from your internal being that you really are happy about. And that's going to help your house in the future. Very intense feeling. So that joyous feeling is very, very intense. That's to carry on when this storm is over. All right. See, I used those cards last time. Let me do this. I've got a new deck that I'm actually cleaning right now. I'm excited for it. I don't know if you guys, and my daughter bought me a deck I can't remember what game it's from, but it's coming for December for Christmas. It's been like 6 months in production. I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a lot of fun. So I'm hoping to do those next week, or at least the one that I've cleaned. And see how when I get a new deck, I gotta play with it and feel with it and see how the energies are, because this one's coming from Ukraine. I don't know who's been handling it, touching it, and as an empath, I gotta feel the energies. And there's one deck I did get, and I just can't. I love the deck, but there's something about the energies of the deck. I just can't resonate with it. So anyway, so let's see what else we got going. Woo! Oh. Okay, so we got a storm. Remember, we're in the storm. We've got the Ten of Swords, something ending quick, something needed to come abruptly to an end. It's something that I don't know if it's expected or not, but it will come to an end real quick. And that's one thing is when things come to an end is, okay, thank you. So they're sharing with me that when the divine asks you, and if you know that something needs to end, if you know in your heart that something needs to end, that's sort of a sign for you to end it yourself. So if you know that you should be, I don't know, if you're in a relationship and you know it's not good and you're staying in it and you know that why you're staying in it, you really don't know. You don't even know why you married the person, because in all reality, when you first got married, you were even thinking, why am I doing this? This is probably not the best thing to do. And then you do it and then you stay in it. And if you do not end it, the divine will end it. And he doesn't end it real nice sometimes. It's just like, pull that Band-Aid off. Bye. I told you to get rid of it. I told you to do what you needed to do, and you didn't do it, so I'm going to do it for you because I need you to keep moving forward. And you're not moving forward. So that's where that energy is. Okay, so if it was something that you should have ended and you didn't, he's ripping the Band-Aid off. Okay, so then we have the Four of Pentacles. Again, holding on to something way too long. You know, somebody just has this sentimental hold on something that is already done and gone, and you just don't want to let it go. And it's just like, I just can't. The divine will definitely do it for you if you don't. And yeah, because there's something new. See, if you let go of whatever it is, because this is what's keeping you in this storm, let it go. Let it go. Whatever the song is. Disney, as you can tell, Disney back there. But I do a Disney for travel agency too. So Disney agent. So, what do you call it? Specialist. All right. So let's see what else we've got going. Yeah, you've got, if you let go, you've got all the good things. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is probably one of the best cards out of the deck, I think. It's just because it gives love. There's unconditional love. There's harvest. There's finances. There's career. There's love. There's all of that on top of it. It's there for you. And this is for you when you get your head straight. Your mind thought, your head straight, your thought process straight. Yeah, and you're working on it. You're working on it. You're getting your ducks in a row. You are getting your ducks in a row. Because the number 8 is all about improvement, forward improvement, rewards, that kind of a thing. All right. It's about, how you're progressing along with something. And you're doing it. You got baby steps. You're just a little bit terrified to tear that Band-Aid off. You know, sometimes it's sort of like purging. You know, you feel a lot better when you, and then you feel much better after you get that out. Yeah. Can't remember if that was Cancers. We talked about that because they were having some issues with that. So we have the 8 of Swords. Fighting yourself. You are fighting yourself. It's like a spiritual battle you're having. You are having a spiritual battle, it looks like. Yeah. Spiritual battle. So we have the 6 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles. There's a lot to do with your future. There is a lot to do with your future here. So as you go through your storm, really pay attention. What's going on with your career? Where do you want your career to be, say, in the next year? I wouldn't even think almost above that because there's a lot of changes coming. But this is all Pentacles towards the end. It's all Pentacles except for the very beginning. So you started out with the 10 of Cups, which is awesome because this is for your heart, your desires, your mindset, what you want. And then it goes to going to getting all the things you want, the luxury kind of things that you want, you know, the homes, the cars, and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of earth energy here. A lot of earth energy. But remember, whatever this is that's coming your way, there is going to be a little bit of you got to really think about the balance it is going to bring you. So a give and take. Remember, we have this person coming in, this energy coming in, and it's all about equal give and take. But this thing is, they said, pay it forward, pay it forward. I don't know who that's for. They're just like, tell them, pay it forward, pay it forward. Don't know what that means. I mean, I know what pay it forward means, but I don't know who for that is. So somebody is going to struggle and fight with you. You're going to need to stand your ground about what you want and what you're needing for your career, for your path there. There is the offering, but you're going to have to let go of something to get those rewards. You're going to have to let go of something to get this home balanced out again. And that when you do release it, it's sort of like there's a picture of a little girl with a teddy bear that has this tiny little teddy bear. And because this is on my Facebook, somebody posted this, and it was sort of like, this is what I mean, is she's holding this little teddy bear, and Jesus is kneeling and asking for the teddy bear. And she's like, but I love my teddy bear. But what she didn't see is that he had a very big teddy bear behind him and wanted to give her something bigger and better. That's what this is. You've got to release and let go so that that kind of scenario can happen. No need to think about it. Just let it happen. Once you rip that Band-Aid off, then you just go with the flow, because the divine will bring everything in that you're supposed to have for whatever this is that you need. So if you're going to school, he'll bring in, maybe the grants or the loans or the FAFSA or whatever. If it's work, he might bring in a new job for you. He might bring in a new department. He might bring in a new position. If this is a business, he's going to bring in all the resources for you, that kind of a thing. That's what's going on here. All right, Scorpio, this is actually a really good reading. It's just, the Band-Aid ripping sucks. I know. Been there, done that. I've had to go through a lot of sacrifice to get some of the things that I want. And it's like, I'm that little girl with the teddy bear. No, I don't want to give this up. But then when I do, it's like, oh, yes, 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 yes. So that's where that energy is. All right, Scorpios, this is your reading for the 7th through the 13th. I thank you very, very much. Now, don't forget, I am doing the dailies. So if you watch the dailies, hit the likes so that we can keep those going into the new year. If you subscribe, hit the bell. You'll know when those on. Otherwise, just like and share. And if you haven't subscribed, thank you. And you have subscribed, thank you for subscribing. It helps my channel. I appreciate it. You guys have a great, great week. I'm getting tired today. I think this is going to be my last reading. I'm pooped. So we will see you next week. But I made it through your reading. I really, really am sorry about the last reading being so scattered. Talk to you soon. Take care.